Good morning, everybody. Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, come at you with another beloved market watch for you guys. And we have, of course, buyouts, but you guys are not going to believe, and I mean this when I say this, you are not going to believe what happened at the UK Open and what topped there and what buyouts it caused. We have some insane QC buyouts for Bonanza and an I told you so with more. So you guys are going to love this market watch. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to smash that like button before we begin. 100 likes on this video and that'd be great. Subscribe if you have not already. The road to 5,300 subs. I think we got 85 more to go. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, use my full link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Check out Whatnot for $15 on your next purchase over there for free if you use my link, which they have a lot of awesome stuff there, so you're going to want to go check it out. Thank you to my YouTube channel members. Consider being one if you want to help support the channel. And I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right into this. So, quarter century Bonanza. People are sick and tired of waiting. We've had this set for a little bit now. People are like, oh, when are the cards going to drop? And they don't have that much patience. They've understood, hey, I think some of these prices may be the best we're going to get. And with the pull ratios, I don't blame them. Now, Blue Eyes was a $60, $70 card, and I was complaining that, hey, this card doesn't make back your box. Well, that statement was aged like milk. Aged like milk in a hot summer day. Not even aged like milk like you forgot to put the carton back. It aged like milk like you left in your car. $100 for your Blue Eyes. No thank you, to be honest with you. Granted, I'd rather pay $100 for this than like the Pharaoh's rare version of it, or something like that. Plus, it's that tablet. I actually, if you guys don't know, this is one of my favorite Blue Eyes artworks as well. Am I shocked it's this value? Nope, not at all. Dark Magician Girl here, QC as well. Well, these are also bought out, but it's even worse. 140 to 150. Now, you see them at 50 here. So them going up about 3x here, I'm a call cap. I also will be honest. Look, I know this is the tin version of Dark Magician Girl because I think that was the first way we got this type of artwork. I personally really dislike this artwork. I don't know why. It just looks like she's an action figure, right? Or something. I don't know. I really dislike it. But the last sold here was 57. So don't think that you should be going in, or, oh, if this is available for 100, you should go in. No, do not. If you could get rid of it, though, I absolutely would. Now, the better artwork, in my opinion, right over here, is also about to 170. Now, the last one sold at 65. In fact, you have one at 39 here. That's actually really good. Yeah. So 170. This is just crack cocaine prices. I don't know who came through here with a couple stacks. Hopefully they'll throw it my way, but yeah, ridiculous. And then you've got the QCB right over here at 75. It goes to 120. Now, this card was at least 56, right? And you could see, oh, 6 sold for 75 bucks a pop here, and they are selling at this price. So can they go a little higher? Absolutely. In fact, I'm gonna refresh the page just to see how. I wonder if they're like, okay, no, they're still here, 75, 100 bucks here. So this version seems the most stable. Granted, I don't think I would run and get my wallet out for this right away at 75. That's just my personal opinion here. Caius, the Shadow Monarch, also getting about. Now, I thought it was maybe DM era cards, right? I'm like, oh, maybe that's what got targeted, right? But the pockets go even deeper. The Caiuses here are 95, 100, 150 here, while they were originally selling for about the 50s here. And as we see in the sales, yeah, we see like 50s, 65, right? And we see a little 70, 80s up here. People are buying the last remains of it. But yeah, this card's just going bananas. People want it because, hey, if you can't get the ulti, I guess you want to flex some way, right? The platinum, though, is $9. Look, if you really like this card, you really want it for whatever reason, go get yourself a plat. I always tell people this. If the platinum is less than 20% or 25%, 20 to 25% of the QC, there's a good chance I'd rather have the platinum, right? Especially because when the QC goes up, this usually follows suit. And let's say that Caiuses were selling at 80s, right? Because that's the highest we saw it actually sell at, right? Well, a plat at 9 is definitely less than 20%. It's about 10. So, I don't know. I would just get the plat, maybe get a set of that, spend a third of what I would for Caius, and just be happy. That's my personal opinion here. Again, I'm a little upset this wasn't in the main set. Gonna always say that this card really was worthy of 7 rarities. and Konami instead gave us like Clockwork Knight and other stupid cards in 7 rarities, which people don't need in 7 rarities. Blackluster Soldier here is another card. Now, I have unfortunately not been able to secure my copy because going for high rarity Yu-Gi-Oh was just not on my radar lately because I saw some stocks I wanted. $75, $80 to $100 here for your Blacklusters. I'm not going to say this isn't worth it because this is one of the most badass cards ever, but I'm going to just show, well, actually, it's still selling here about 75.90, but yeah, people are making their moves on this. Might be good to go to eBay or other sites to see what you can scoop these cards up for if you really want them, all right? Even though I tell people, hey, I have this affiliate link for TCG, always hunt the better deal. We've got Gamer's Choice, we've got eBay, we've got Troll and Toad even, right? We've got other options. You've got Whatnot too, which is pretty fire, right? So always be on the lookout for better deals. Oh, if there's a buyout here and you wanted the card, well, let's see what other places have. It's a big market out, even outside TCG player. Heavy Storm is like 58, 125. I expected this during banless season. And as you see here, yeah, they're like someone spent 63 on this when they were 26s. Oh boy. Wow, that's crazy. Even that 42 is not good, to be honest with you here. But yeah, I expected this to be bought out because a lot of people are expecting it to come back. Oh, we have Duster. Oh, it could happen. Look, you want a plat? It's $5. Plats for 5s are pretty reasonable. I thought that's what stay around 5. You do have a bit of walls here. You have 3 walls, so don't expect this card to exactly get bought out. But granted, people are, say, spending $1,000 on this, $1,000 on that to buy out these cards. These little walls, and I'm going to call them little compared to like people who have thousands to spend or are willing to spend 1,000 on the market. Yeah, this is nothing. Okay, this is 5 times 20, 100. We're just, even though it's 19, another 100 here, 200. There's that. So that's 150. So that's 350, right? Let's add that, right? So like 390-ish. Cool. So that's $400. If they're spending 1,000, I don't think they're going to wipe out plats though. It doesn't seem like the plats have been as badly affected. Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid is also bought out here because of Malice. Now, I think about a day or two ago, I actually uploaded a 5 cards to have in your trade binder, and I am actually very proud of this video. It is one of the 5 cards I have in trade binder in the last year that I had the most fun with by far. And believe it or not, a lot of the comments actually, say it, which I always love the people who comment. My boy Jimmy Ha, thank you to you. My boy Jajorn really liked the change of attitude and all that. Q Perg over here, always with it for me. I appreciate you. But the algorithm didn't really push this video out. However, I did mention that this card in there, as well as 4 other cards that are not going to be in this market watch. So after this video, go check it out. You'll also see more of the reasons that I tell people about this. But long story short, Malice, right? The tins, people don't want to touch them. The set's also decently large. So while you're not, it's not like you're going to be opening up case upon case and not seeing this. You can open up 2 cases and there's a chance you won't see it. You can open up a case and absolutely not see it. But yeah, $3 here, $3.50, $8 for your secrets. And guys, these little walls might not last 10 copies. We know Malice is going to be a top contender. People want their copies, and remember, a lot of people are slacking to buy this still, right? So yeah, I see this going up to the moon here. If you got your copies on my 5 cards out of your trade binder for $1, $1.50 maybe, roughly around there, well, good job. Amazing job, honestly. The CRs are also bought at 75 to 100 as well because people still want that max rarity. Although, to be honest, I would not trust CRs. I told people about this card back when they were like 8. Yeah, and this is a real graph. If you go to a year, it was a lot higher, but it had this dip around $8. If you got the CR at $8, which I told people to grab, yo, this is way too cheap. Boy, oh boy, did you make a ton of money. Imagine getting 3. If you got 3 of this and sold them, forget 74, $60, right? You made $50 of profit, a little more like 52, but taxes, all that stuff, right? You made 150 sitting on your ass, right? And that's what we love to see, especially in today's economy. Oh boy, 150? I mean, that's a fun deck for locals. That's not dog. Ulti firewalls. People also want to play this with Malice as well. 23.25. I'm gonna hurry this up because I need to talk about the UK Open. $25 there. Ghost 81s, 83, $100 goes up to 200. Hopefully nobody buys that, but you know, if they do, they do. That's all I gotta say. Now, Six Samurais won the, I believe, I don't know if they've won, but they went really high in the UK Open, and that is because Six Samurais are amazing at looping. Now, there is a hand loop that a lot of people are thinking of. Oh, there's the hand loop that's pretty good, but not as consistent. Man, I guess people are trying that. Wrong. What topped is Cowboy for Game, and I love saying that a decade later because I remember, you know, Pee-wee Saki, right, going, and people call me Tommy, which is back then, not even Thomas. That's how Pee-wee we're talking about, like little leagues for sure. Going Cowboys for Game at locals with gadgets and like other fun decks. And 10, 11 years later, we're back at it with the Cowboy. They have a way using this card as well as some others, including Dojo, to make Cowboy a ton. You just loop Cowboy consistently. It beat Azami Snake Eyes. It beat quite a bit. It was pretty nuts. The QC is going up because of it. Now, this didn't have a lot of listings. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But it had some. 41, 46, $50 here for this QC. And as you see here, the history of sales is insane for a card that people probably can't tell you one effect about it, right? I mean, look at all these sales. And remember, this is only on TCG Player, right? But this card gets from deck or grave. That's what's really, really good about this card when it's synchro summoned. It's also just a, you know, a monster negate, which is really dope. And it has the same sheen effect where it can like protect itself, right? Which is like dope. Like you literally get to make a loop, but you also have this negate for no reason. It's kind of funny. Well, I'm not gonna say for no reason because I don't think Konami was like, oh, including a hand loop. That's just to throw them off. We really want to make Six Sams good so people could summon Cowboy again. I highly doubt someone at Konami there was cooking that, but you've got dojos here at, guys, $11. Commons, guys, you probably, if you're an older player like me, you have these lying around. Supers at, wow, I want to see what these OG prints are at. $16, $17, $20 for your dojos. You know, I probably have these lying around in bulk. Insane. This card was always like $2. Like you literally see it on the graph here, because this actually helps with the loop. Remember, this is not a once per turn type special here. You have Kizaru QCs, which are only like $4 or $5 right now, which isn't as bad. So just something to keep an eye out. And Shinai, which is a crucial part of the loop. This card is right now $5 to $7.50 to $8 to $10. Now, a lot of the other Six Samurais got reprinted. So when cards in an archetype also get reprinted and the deck is something that has value in it, usually the deck doesn't get that much cheaper in the long run if the reprints don't keep coming, because let's say there is a archetype with, let's say, three $20 cards, a $5 card, and a $10 card, right? Let's say Konami reprints two of the $20 cards, right? Pretty well, so you could get them for like $1, right? Something like that. Well, because the deck is more accessible and people more want to play it, they'll be like, oh, let me get more of that $5 card. That $5 card may eventually be something like $12, $13. The $10 card might go up to be a $20 card. You guys get the point. It's not that reprinting, just in case someone cannot read, it doesn't mean reprinting is bad or nothing. It's just the way Konami has the way they do reprints is they sprinkle them in. They don't just give us a bunch of Six Samurai cards. They give us just a few, maybe not even, right? And they're like, oh, this card got reprinted, so they could like play with it. And then some other card just takes its value. I've seen it with Midoltre specifically a lot on this channel, and it's just something I want to cover. Shogun, the link. I told people this was the play at about $1-ish, like, because I believe they're like $1, like 50, yeah, something like that. Now they're like $3 here, but again, I don't know if a lot of people are waking up for that UK thing. It does go up on the next page to like $5 right here. And remember, with these dollar cards, I don't expect them to go to like to the moon. I expect 3 to 5. Also, fun fact, there's a bonfire reference in the background here. I know this isn't actually a bonfire, but what to be kind of, it looks like it. That's actually something very cool I've noticed about Shogun here. Then we have Azalea, secret rare here. These are 16, 17, 18, $20. I'm telling you guys, this is going to go up. They gave us a lot of the Sky Striker cards as reprints and in higher. This is really the only Sky Striker card that's kind of I'm using this as an exaggeration. Expensive, right? Because like you just buy this one card at 20 and the rest of the core is like what? $50 and 35 of those are like dollar cards. Yeah, $20 for your Azalea. Zeus, I want to really quickly say this. You have the 2-player one here at about $11, going up to 12, but it has no listings because this was one of the worst products to buy. And I actually made a video about that, and a lot of people in that video were like, oh, it's not for you. Oh, it's going to sell just fine. Wrong. But I want to show that because just in case someone bought this for like clearance or with like a gift card, or they just wanted to try to get somebody into it and they have this Zeus lying around, I have free $10 card. You got secrets here at 13. You could just move your Ultra and just buy yourself a secret. OG. Goes to 18 quite quickly, but even trading this awful, ugly looking one for this OG, it's pretty good. Granted, you also have ultis here, which has seen more movement than I thought. I want to pull this up just because I always find it crazy how cheap this card is. So I like showing it once in a while. And yeah, you have $24 here, which is very cheap. They go to 40 real quick here. And the sales history has kind of shown us, wow, this is still a card that sells. A lot of people like this. This is not max rarity. It's especially because we have the Starlight and the QC, which are harder to pull. So this is really the 3rd highest rarity, but some people still like ultis, right? So they want to go grab them here. If the pattern keeps repeating, this will go up to $40. You have the next page. It does go up to like 54 here. And there's no real wall. I mean, you have 5 German copies here, but like, woohoo. You have the Starlights. I want to show this off as well. These are only 120. And I feel like at least at this point, if you have QCs and Starlights, well, what else can you lose, if that makes sense with these cards? So getting a Starlight Zeus right now is really not that bad. I don't know if I would recommend the QC because the QC is a lot easier to pull. It's the lesser rarity. And you got the QC here for $80 going up to 100 granted. I think you're better off spending an extra $40 on that Starlight. Do not try to get this and think you're good. Spend the extra, well, I'm not a financial advisor. I should be very careful. Even though, you know, it's a just in case thing. But I'm just saying, most likely, you're going to get more mileage out of the Starlight than the QC. Black Rose Dragon. Now, this is a card, if you guys don't know, this is my favorite signer dragon. It's not Stardust. It's Black Rose. I love Akiza. And this is a card I've had my eye on for a while. I always wanted to get this when it was like $300 to $400. And even when they dropped to 200, I said I'd get it one day. And I saw it in my recommendations for TCG Player. And I saw it a lot lower than it was because it was around, you know, 220, 230, right? Because the last time I went over it was around this time, right? And I said, oh, it just keeps dropping. And these are just stacking up on top of each other. People are trying to sell theirs quickly. Oh, $1 less, $1 less. Oh, 1 penny less, 5 pennies less, 9 pennies less. Because of this isn't even like a significant amount. Because of the 22 cents, this is 1 penny or something. These are just crashing down like crazy. And it's something I want to keep an eye on because as these Starlights really hit rock bottom, they may be worth picking up again. Because I don't know if I can really argue. Because the Starlights look better than QC. I've seen the Starlight many times, and I have the QC. The Starlight does look better. And if you are interested in Starlights that look better, something I also want to go over very quickly is you do have Armor Masters at 28, while the tins are about $3, $4 here. Granted, percentage-wise, that's a bigger jump, but seeing how much this has fallen, I mean, is insane. The year graph won't show really well, but this card was even higher than 60. It's a card that, you know, it's just if you want it, but I want to see where Black Rose goes down. Now, Stardust hasn't really had that much hurt in the last 6 months, 370 to about 325 here. It is having the same effect. This card was 450, but we did not see the drop that Black Rose had with this card because it's a pro tag monster. And I think a lot of people, most of the people are just biting the bullet and keeping it, their copies. But man, I am really glad that I waited to, I never went as crazy on Starlights as everybody else. I still went crazy, but Deception of the Sinful Spoil. People want this card because it is a new way to play Wanted with the zombie, right? This card is bonkers. People could play it with White Forest as well and other decks. In fact, I may or may not talk about White Forest in my last 5 cards out of trade binder. Who knows? But this card is going up. I told people how it's cheaper at 40. Right now, they're 62, 63, right? However, you've got the QC here at about $92. I'm just saying, if the secret was 40 and this was about 100, or yeah, which it was, not too long ago. This is like middle of October, right? So not even a month ago. 100, right? And the secret's about 39.40. Oh, you could go to locals and probably pay 35 for a copy. I would be like, yeah, get the secrets. You get a set for about a QC, right? Okay, cool, right? But the QC's at 92 while the secret's at 62. I really think at this point, you might as well get the QCs for $30 more. That's probably what I would do for that card. Now, Black Witch QC is also going up. We got 135, 140, 145, going up to 200. The listings are very, very low as well here. In fact, I actually want to go over original Sinful as well. 37, 41, 58, $60. So cards also going up here. The sales history is, yeah, it's there. It's selling consistently at 30. So it'll probably be a $40 card by the end of the week. But the plats is what I also want to go over. So people have the QC and people also have the ulti, which the ultis are, $30, 32, 36, going up to 40s. But these plats here at $7, I mean, you have a $200 QC. People are buying that. You want to play something that's really similar to it and you don't want to spend anything near it. I mean, $7 is actually pretty good for a plat. I could see these going up quite a bit in the future. For Walrus here today is just 117. It's basically 130 for your copy, but someone's trying to give you a copy for 117, so if you're missing one or something. So that's pretty good here. One funny fact, by the way, I just want to show this. You got people selling Japanese here, right? If you guys did not know, it's Asian English. Oh, that looks so weird. Man, but over in OTG land, as people like to call it, they actually are selling these for like 50 cents to $1. So even here we have these overpriced, which is really funny. So if you're thinking about being quirky and getting one for $13, you're losing a lot of money. Go to eBay or something. Mermail Shadow Squad QCs are 73, 88, $100. A lot of people, I guess, are looking forward to Atlantean / Mermails, which thank you that this card is always treated as an Atlantean card. Thank you so much. Full Metal Dragon here for Red Eyes. A lot of people are speculating some more Red Eyes support in the future as well. This card right now is $52, $65, $70. Very low listings here. I mean, we saw this at in fact, I want to go over the sales history. I mean, look at all these sales. We saw this have like 30s, 40 listings, and now we're down to 13. So very, very low on listings there. Fire King Court Ultranex, people are still saying, hey, even when we get Crossbreakers, we're seeing Snake Eye, Fire King, or, Azamita shenanigans still be tier 1 because we need the ban list shift there. And funny enough, I actually don't remember when our last ban list was, but I feel like it's been a while since our last ban list, and I'm curious to kind of see what the next one will have. I know it's going to be pretty harsh. I actually do see Flamberg ban on this one, but a lot of people are trying to pick up your secrets. Now they're 18, 19, 20 bucks here for your secrets. This card was too cheap for too long. You've got the QCs at 43, and this very boggles my mind because we have decks that are speculated to be good like this. People want this. This is maybe a DM era card. Look, it's a Red Eyes card. Woohoo, right? And we've got all these, we got the Shein card going up and always selling, right? We got all these QCs going up and up and up. Yet some reason, and you guys really, I want an explanation in the comment section below. Why are people not picking these up at $40 is beyond me. 40 is very cheap for this. I see this going to 70, 80 within 2 weeks, by far. Big Jaws is also bought out. People like the Shark deck, 35, 43. You need 3 of it. I'll be honest, I still don't know why this card is as much money. I just don't think there's enough. I didn't know there was enough water players, but maybe people know things I don't know. Who knows? Also, before we go on to the next 2 cards, have you guys smashed that like button yet? Unfortunately, I made a little mistake. And one of my videos ended up getting about 100 views, and the algorithm just has not been like, they think my channel is like screwed or done for, and a lot of people aren't getting the videos. So liking the video, leaving a comment, it could literally just be anything like cool market watch, right? It really could be. And I'll heart those comments. I always love showing a little bit of love, right? And I always love answering you guys' questions, going over cards you guys recommend. So if you guys have any cards, please let me know in the comment section below. I always love hearing it. And I know you guys love these market watches that are a little longer. So Mondays, always going to try to give you guys a longer market watch. So that it really just helps. SB Little Knight Platinum Secret Rare. These are $19, 20 bucks here. These are actually something I want to check out as well. I want to see what the QC Phoenixes are. So you guys are gonna get 2 more cards technically, because the platinum at 20 is pretty good. You have the QC at about 325, 350. I actually feel like I would just go ahead and get myself a plat at 20 bucks. I mean, okay, we have this card as super ultra whatever. It's like $7, $8, right? So I have to spend 10 extra dollars. I get this amazing looking SP Little Knight instead of spending the 350. I know platinum's budget QC, of course, and you can't really compare, say, like a QC and a platinum that aren't in the same set, because obviously this is so much more hard to pull, etc. But they're kind of cheap, I feel. For a plat, I feel like a lot of people would jump on this because, oh, you know what, second highest rarity for, oh man, what would the number actually be? Like 5% maybe? Yeah, probably like 10%. No, not even. It can't be 10%. It would be like 5%. Of the QC. Sign me up. Nightmare Phoenix with platinum, which if they don't have the QC, I don't even know what to tell you. Yeah, what, man? The QCs are 13, 14. These aren't bad. These are not bad at all. 14 bucks. But honestly, getting these platinums maybe off an order for $1 or $2 might not be too bad. Not bad at all, honestly. So, and the CRs do look pretty nice here, actually. I still like these. I actually picked myself up a unicorn. In fact, I'll look at unicorn really quick. Alt arts are 7. Very, very cheap. Very cheap. And then you got CRs from Genesis Impact for 365. And then the normal ones for like 4 bucks. So you can kind of pick and choose here. Honestly, this is not bad at 4 bucks. It's a rarity collection 1 as well. Yeah, going up to 5 here. It's pretty good. You may be able to draw a card, right? Definitely a fun little link card. But with that being said, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you guys for checking out the Market Watch. Let's get this bread. Hoping to give you guys our 5 cards out of your trade binder soon as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.